Hi, loves. Welcome to the Love Letters from Your Higher Self, the podcast. I'm so happy to have you here. Long time no see, by the way, and Happy New Year. I don't remember, but I think that I haven't spoken to you since last year. So Happy New Year. Or if I have, I don't remember. And anyway, Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. So I just opened Pinterest and I just found a pretty cool tarot spread for us. And basically it's the first one that I saw, and I trust it. I trust that I saw it for a reason, I only, hold on, I need to save it because if I lose it, I won't be able to let you know who's the author of this spread. And it's from Etsy.com. Holy Om Tarot. Oh, or is it the link that leads to... I don't know. How do I know? I was going to read you the name of the author, but I'm not sure. I think Hermie 1. I don't know. I'll leave the author in the show notes. So anyway, there are gonna be 5 cards for each group, and there will be 3 groups. And I will just read for you the questions. So the first one is, and I needed to say to you that it's gonna be the spread about, like, the reading about creativity, the muse spread. So the first question is, what creative energies are working through you right now? The second one is, what energies are blocking your creativity? The third one is, what is your source of inspiration? Then the fourth one, how can you channel it? And the fifth one, what are the potential outcomes? I liked all 5 questions. I was thinking about the last one, that do we need the last one about the outcomes? But let it be. Okay, we'll let it be. Let it be. Okay, so they're gonna be 3 groups, and what we're gonna do is I will take a separate tarot deck, and I will shuffle it, and I will just randomly pull 3 cards that will be the identifiers for the 3 groups. And then I will look at the cards, and the first and like the brightest detail that I will see on the card, I will name it, and it's gonna be the identifier for you, okay? So for group number 1, it's going to be, hold on, I want to pull 3 cards right away. So for group number 1, the identifier is going to be a horse. A horse. For group number 2, the identifier is going to be a surfboard. Surfboard. Surfing board. Surfboard. I said surfboard because I remembered Beyonce's song. Surfboard, surfboard. And it's not the name of the song. She was singing it like this. What's the song? Will be all night? Oh, Drunken Love. Okay. So it's either surfboard or surfing board. And for group number 3, the identifier is going to be balloons. Or balloon. I don't know. Balloons. Something that you can carry, and like if you have enough of them, they can lift you up, in the sky, and you can fly away. So, horse, surfboard, or surfing board, and balloons. So feel free to choose, and if you need, close your eyes. And okay, actually, let's do this meditation first. Like, if you already picked the card, let it be. If you haven't, then let's do this quick meditation first, and then you will pick. So let's just breathe. If you are able, like if it's possible for you to close your eyes, close your eyes. If you are busy with something, if you're driving a car, don't close your eyes. It's okay. So let's just breathe in and breathe out. And let's just feel ourselves in our body. Let's maybe like wiggle a little bit if we need it. let's just stretch our neck and our shoulders. And let's breathe in again. And let's breathe out. And now keep breathing the way it's comfortable for you. Let's just imagine that you already received something very inspiring. Like you already picked the card and you already listened to this reading and you received such an amazing information that is so inspiring. And you feel this inspiration inside of you and you feel grateful, you feel uplifted. Feel those feelings inside of you. Grateful, uplifted, inspired to create. You just want to smile because you feel at peace. You gained clarity on something that was important for you, and you just feel this peaceful, cozy vibe, cozy feeling. And from this energy, open your eyes and choose 1, 2, or 3: horse, surfing board, or a balloon. And now, let's get on with our reading, and we'll start with group number 1. And also, I need to say, okay. And now, let's move on with our reading. Let's start our reading, and the timestamps will be in the show notes. And we'll start with group number 1. Okay, group number 1, your identifier was the horse. A horse, the horse. Did I say a horse or the horse? Anyway, so the first thing we're gonna look at is what creative energies are working through you right now. Or not right now, in general. I feel like it should be in general. Or right now, like it's up to you to decide. But I feel like it should be in general. So what creative energies are working through you? What is your creativity? Ooh, it's something about the abundance. You're very creative. You're very creative. And like, you see people. I feel like the energies, the creative energies that going through you is like your visions. I feel like you just see people. You just get inspired when you interact with people. They inspire you so much. And like if we talk about the energy, creative energies that is going through you, it's like something about, I feel like giving them advice, maybe your thing. Maybe you're a healer and maybe people come to you and ask you about like what problems, what questions they have. And you're like this very old soul, that knows all the answers. And like you're this guide for other people. And your channel is very open when you hear other people's stories. It doesn't mean that you only are creative when there are people around you. It means that like when you hear other people's stories, when you observe people, like it just opens something in you. You start seeing these, synchronicities. You start seeing these like causes and effects, and like you just see clearly. I want to say that you are like removed enough from them and from like their drama to be able to see stories behind their drama. Like you don't see emotions, even though they can be in the midst of their emotions, but you see clearly the story behind those emotions, underneath those emotions. And like people activate you, actually. Like sometimes maybe you think that you want to be all alone, and maybe you're this hermit and you want to, be alone and create alone. But actually, pay attention that like even if you don't like to be surrounded by people, but people's stories, maybe in movies, maybe in some shows, maybe you like watching TV series, some shows, some reality TV, some movies, or maybe you like reading biographies or like fantasy or like not fantasy, what am I trying to say, fictional literature, fiction, right? It's called fiction. Like you like stories, you like how people interact with each other. You like observing their behavior, observing their choices, and like this gives you the source of inspiration. It boosts your creativity. You like observing people. And back to our question, what creative energies are working through you? What creative energies? Wow, it's abundance, abundance, abundance. It's 10 of Pentacles and then 9 of Pentacles. You're such abundantly creative. So abundantly, is this a word? You're so creative. Even if you are not tapped into your creativity, and even if you're listening to me right now and you're like, what? No, I must have picked the wrong group because I don't think of myself as creative. Honestly, the identifier card that I picked for you, where I saw a horse that was your identifier, it's Knight of Pentacles. So don't tell me you're not creative. And what creative energies are working through you, you know, they're about being relaxed. When you're relaxed, when you're in your vibe, maybe you are a hermit. You just like observing people, but like I'm seeing maybe you want to write. Maybe you want to tell stories. Maybe you want to talk about it. It's through the power of your words. I feel like it's not 100% because, you know, like, because we, like some of us are able to tell their stories through their dance or through their art, you know? It's not about that. I feel like this question is about that though. Like what creative energies are expressing no, what was the question? Hold on. What creative energies are working through you? For me, like creative energies is, for some reason, is about like I thought that I will just tell you, oh, you're a musician, or you're an artist, or you are an actor, or something like that. And it's not about that, you know? It's about like when you're relaxed and when you observe people and when you let the stories flow within you. It's still about stories, you know? It's about telling stories with your art. This is the creative energy that I feel. Compared to, for example, when there is just like something expressive that brings up emotions within us. You like to share stories and synchronicities, and like it, for me it is about words, but like correct me if I'm wrong, you know? It's something about when you're relaxed, when you're basking into your own energy and you let yourself be moved by stories of other people, and you just feel like you want to tell the story. Maybe you remembered about some other story that you heard, or maybe it's your story and you feel like expressing it, you feel like sharing it, you feel like being in it, and maybe letting your energy speak louder than your words. It's something about that. It's about your relaxation and observing other people and being in your energy and like hermiting if you feel like hermiting. So the second question is about what energies are blocking your creativity. What energies are blocking your creativity? Well, honestly, the first thing that is blocking your creativity is when you don't think you're creative. When you keep telling yourself, I'm not creative, or if you're not taking your creativity seriously. Maybe you have some limiting beliefs about that, like a creative person can't make enough money, can't make their ends meet. Maybe it's about that, like, no, you're not creative. Maybe you feel shy and you don't want to express your creativity. This is what's blocking it. You're not letting yourself to express what's coming through you. And it's actually like it's making you feel not good because you feel burnt out because you want to create and you're not letting yourself, you know? We often think that, you know, a burnout is when my tummy is going to make a noise now. I'm hungry actually, so I will finish this reading for you and I will go eat and then I will continue doing the readings for group 2 and 3. But anyway, I wanted to say that sometimes we think that that we burn out when we make ourselves do something we don't want to do, right? Like, or when we overdo things and don't let ourselves rest. What I realized for myself is that sometimes I'm very creative and I want to express my creativity. I want to do a lot of things. I want to record podcasts. I want to record videos. I want to write posts. Like, I want to be creative and I stop myself from it because, like, I'm busy with something else, or I have other plans, or I'm not in the mood. Or, like, for example, it happened to me when we had winter holidays. My husband was at home, and I feel a little bit shy when he's at home for a long time, for example, when he's on vacation. Then I learn to live with it, and I learn to not be shy. It just takes different vibe. I need to be in a different vibe, and then I don't care who's around me. I don't care if he's around me. I just want to share my truth, and I do. But it takes some shifting. And when he was on winter holidays, it wasn't like a big period of time, a long period of time, and I kept postponing my creativity. I was like, I feel like I want to record a podcast, but my husband is at home and we're doing different things and we plan different things, and he's so comfortably sitting in front of his PC. I look at him and I also want to sit in front of my PC and play games, and it's vacation, it's holidays. I can afford to relax a little, and I keep postponing my creativity, and then I feel burnt out because creative juices flow through me and I'm not letting them flow, and I feel burned out. And I feel like this is your thing. You feel burned out because you want to express yourself and you're not letting yourself to express yourself. And this is the biggest thing that's blocking your creativity. When you're not letting it express the way it wants to express or when it wants to express. And sometimes you can be blocking the way it wants to be expressed when, for example, you decided that you want to be a writer, but right now at the moment you want to sing, and you think that it's not productive for you to sing because you could spend this time writing, or when you sing you're not being productive, and you're not writing your 250 words a day because you're wasting your time because right now you want to sing. Or, for example, when I want to write a post and I think that the things that I want to share in a post, it would be better for me to share them as a podcast, and I don't let myself to express my creativity the way it wants to be expressed in the moment. Trust the moment. When you don't trust the moment, you also block your creativity. So, and I have one more card. What energy is blocking your creativity is when I feel like you may be sacrificing your creativity to be with friends or family, or maybe because you're worried what people may think of you. You're sacrificing your creativity to be loved, to be met, to be understood by other people. You are sacrificing your creativity for other people, am I saying it right in English? I'm trying to say that if you have a choice, often when you have a choice between being creative, expressing your creativity, and being with people, you choose people. You choose people, you choose hanging out with them, you choose being understood, and maybe you feel uncomfortable saying no, and maybe you don't want to offend anybody, but you're a hermit. I saw it clearly in the first question that we were discussing, that we are receiving answers to. I saw that you're a hermit. You like being alone, but sometimes you're sacrificing your creativity because you choose to be with other people and not be alone, or because you choose to be understood by other people, or because you maybe choose to, the creativity that comes through you is triggered, inspired by people around you, and then you don't know how to express it because there are people around you, like they are people around you, and you can't write about it or talk about it because they will understand that you talk about them. And for that, the best advice I've ever received in channeling was that start like private blog or private channel somewhere and share what you want to share freely there, and know that you will publish that in like 2 or 3 years. This will set you free because you will express your creativity, and you will not be worried about what people right now, the people who are around you right now, think about you right now. Maybe you will start a project and it will be a book. Like maybe you will start writing your book right now and you will publish it in like 2 years, And it will set you free and you will stop blocking your creativity. So the next thing we're gonna look at is, what is your source of inspiration? Where do you take inspiration? It's interesting because I thought that we answered this like in the first question. But what is your source of inspiration? Yeah, it's still people. And you know what? Like it's interesting because it's about abundance both times. Like in the first question, the answer I received was about, like it was 10 pentacles and 9 pentacles. And here right now it's 4 of wands, and it's about like celebrations. It's about it's about celebrations, it's about abundance, it's about happily ever after. I feel like maybe it's something about weddings, wedding photography, or maybe like love stories. Maybe you love writing love stories. It's something about like when you observe people and their success stories, right? Or maybe like you can see, since you are removed from people's emotions and you see the stories behind those emotions, you see how people always get better and manifest better lives for themselves and maybe don't see it. It's something about abundance. You take your creativity from observing abundance, from observing well-being, from observing like stories of people that ended well, not people that ended well, stories that ended well. And this is where you take your creativity. And maybe sometimes you force yourself to look at something sad and be moved and inspired by that, because maybe you think that that's serious art, that's serious, a more responsible thing to do. Not for you. Don't make yourself look where you don't want to look, because this is also how you block your creativity. You want to be inspired by something that doesn't inspire you, and you make yourself consume that anyway. Like either those sad stories in the books or movies or I don't know, reality shows or somewhere else. It's blocking your creativity because you are here to be inspired by beauty and abundance and happiness. This is just the way you are. Accept it about yourself. I feel like it's good news for you, The next thing we're gonna look at is, how can you channel your creativity? How can you channel your creativity is when what you need to do is look at yourself as like, you maybe think that everybody else is like that and there's nothing special about you. But honestly, seeing beauty and transforming it into beauty is your gift that is rare. And this is your gift to the world. And how you can express your creativity is when you just pour the beauty that's inside of you out into the world. I feel like you're a teacher and a visionary, and it's like your archetype, You can take everything that is going on around you and turn it into a lesson and find beauty in it, and make it a story that will transform the hearts of others. And it's such a rare gift, and you're so needed for this world, and I even now look at the card that helped you choose the Knight of Pentacles, where I saw a horse. And it's about this hermit, this person with a horse that is just like, his life is just walking from one place to another. I'm not sure how it's called in English, but it's like this person who doesn't live in a specific place. He just travels all the time with his horse, and he just visits one place and he talks to people there and he gets inspired by people there, and then he goes to another place and he talks to people there and he's inspired, and like he has all these tales, all these beautiful stories that he can share that move people. And this is how you combine your hermitedness, your like the fact that you're a hermit and you like to be alone and think, with sharing the stories, like you see beauty and you transform it into beauty, and you transform it into something that will transform people's lives and move people's hearts. And like, it's such a rare gift and you're so needed in this world. And like, the last thing that we'll look at is, what are the potential outcomes? Let's say that you do that you learn to trust your creativity and you learn you learn to live in harmony with it. And then let's see what can be the potential outcomes of that. The potential outcomes of that, I feel like the outcome you are afraid of is that you are going to be seen and you don't want to be seen. You feel like you have something to prove to people, and you feel like there will be a lot of people who will see things differently and disagree with you about this. And like, this is the outcome that you're scared of. And I want to say to you, one thing that once inspired me to look at it differently, that I heard from Amy McNee. She is a blogger and an artist with the nickname Inspired to Write, and you can find her on Instagram and on YouTube. I love listening to her. She's so amazing. Her content is so amazing. And she once said that like, when you create something, you create it for yourself, right? But when your work is published, when your work is out there, like when you post your podcast episode, when you publish your video, when you publish your book, like when it's out there already, it stops being about you. It starts being about other people. And like, whatever you create, it becomes your gift to them, for them, and it's up to them what to do with it. It's not about you anymore, what they are gonna think about it, because whatever they are going to think about it, it's gonna be between them and them. They read your book, for example, or like they listen to your podcast, or like whatever you do, they see your picture, your art, and they will either agree with it or disagree with it. It will stir up some emotions within them that they will need to process. It's gonna be about them, and like whatever projections they have about your art, that they may even think that it's about you, it's actually about them. And so like, your creativity, no matter if people will like it or not, it's still a gift to them, because it will be like, it will allow them to look at your art and and catch this reflection in themselves to your art, and it will give something to them. They will either understand, to quote Abraham Hicks, they will either understand what they want, or they will Jesus. They will either understand what they want or understand what they don't want more clearly. And this is this is the gift that you give to people through your art, through your creativity. And it's not about you, so you don't have to worry about this. You can express yourself freely. And let's look at the outcome. What are the potential outcomes? I have another card, and it's about Queen of Wands. It's either Seven of Wands or Queen of Wands. It's about your peace, when you peacefully create, when you're loved by people who saw something meaningful in your content, and like you keep inspiring them. Because if you want to inspire someone with your story, it means that somebody out there, like in your field, wants to be inspired by you, exactly by you. And these are the two outcomes, and like they both are great. I mean, the first outcome is that you will be visible, and even though you're scared of it, you can look at it differently. I it used to stop me a lot. I was scared that I will be visible. I was seeing celebrities as example, and I wouldn't want to be as famous as them because they have a lot of people who hate them, and I didn't want that for myself. And then I transformed it into, I choose to be visible by people who get it. I choose to be visible by people who get it. I choose to be known by the right people, and in the circles of the right people. And then I stopped being scared of being visible, because it was like, it meant a lot for me to be seen by the right people who get it and who will use it and walk with it and transform their lives, Choose that. And then you will be free. You will set yourself free. You will be calm. You will be peaceful. You will be abundant. And you will be seen as a leader, as a thought leader for those who are moved by your story and by your vision. And that's true happiness for you. I feel like this is what you seek, this energy of, peacefulness, this peaceful vibe of trust. And like when you trust your creativity, when you trust that everything that needs to be expressed is going to be expressed by you, and you create freely, and it's just such a beautiful place to be. And this is what I wanted to share with you. Group number 1, thank you so much for listening. If you want to support me, if you want to support my work, there is a link in the show notes that leads to the website called Boosty. It's a Russian version of Patreon, and I know that not all of you can donate there, because like from some countries it doesn't work because of our political situation here right now, but from some of you it works, and like feel free to try. And also if you feel like you want to share with me what resonated with you and how my podcasts help you, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. I'm at Dasha Thinks currently. I keep telling you that I may or may not want to change my Instagram handle. So if it's not Dasha Thinks, then check the show notes of my latest podcast episode whenever you listen to this one, to find out if it's still Dasha Thinks or not. But like, send me a DM. I'm happy to talk to you about this. I'm happy to receive feedback from you on how my podcast helps. And also I want to remind you that I have another podcast in English that is called Joyous to Be, where I share my ideas, what inspires me, and sometimes do collective readings. And I will be very happy to have you there as my listener too. So check it out. And like, if you feel called, also leave a review and a 5-star review on this podcast. For this podcast, it will help me. It will just help me, and it will support me. And that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Thank you so much for trusting me. Thank you so much for choosing my podcast to help you understand yourself and gain more clarity on your situation. I appreciate you. I love you, and I will talk to you next time. And let's move on to pile number 2. Group number 2, your identifier was the surfboard or the surfing board. The surfing board? The surfboard? I think it's the surfboard. Okay, so let's see. So the identifying card was 3 of Wands, and I'm not gonna read into it right now. I will look at it later when I feel like it resonates with the message, and then I will share with you what additional message, additional meaning it gives, So, question number one for you is, for everyone, is what creative energies are working through you right now? What creative energies are working through you right now? Let's see. So, I would say, you know what? I would say that it's abundance. Creative energy is like, I have things to share and nobody's gonna stop me. Like, don't even try to stop me. I want to share things. I have a story to tell, and it's going to empower, it's going to inspire, it's going to protect, and you have this like warrior energy, where you are fighting for the truth, you're fighting for, I would say, fairness, and it's very important to you right now, and like, this is what is inspiring you to share your truth and to share your story with other people. And for you, it works. For you, it feels so powerful to share, like, from this perspective, from this point right now, because it empowers you and because it inspires you to put others first and not be scared to share, because you know that the story that you're sharing, like the things that you want to share through your art, through your work, are meant to be bigger than you. And even if you're scared to share, even if you're worried that like somebody might get triggered, it all is not as important as helping those who you want to help, and who you want to inspire with your story. And so this is the creative energy that works through you. It's powerful. It's like, I'm meant to be here. I'm meant to share my truth. It's very powerful. It's very outspoken. It's very brave, I would say, courageous, because like I want to say here that I love this phrase that I heard somewhere, that courage is not when you just like are not scared of shit and you just go forward. Courage is when you feel the fear inside and you still choose to move forward. And like, this is how you feel right now. You're stepping into something new, you're stepping into a new role, you're learning to see yourself differently and more empowering, and you are learning to make peace with the fact, like make peace with this idea that you're meant to be here, and what you're meant to share, you're meant to share it, and when you put others first, like when you are focusing on the fact that there are people here who are meant to hear your message and who need to hear your message, it makes you feel like less scared. It makes you not pay attention to your fear, and right now it works for you. So this is a very powerful place you are in right now. So the second question is, what energies are blocking your creativity? And I pulled a lot of cards here. I pulled like 5 cards, I think, or 4. Let's see. 4 cards. So what energies are blocking your creativity right now? So let me see. I want to see all 4 cards. I would say what energies are blocking your creativity right now is, first of all, that you, like this energy of, I'm not there yet, I'm not as successful as I want to be yet, I need to do more, I need to prove myself, like I need to, like this card from the Gothic Oracle by Anne Stokes. The card is Phoenix Rising. And when we look at it as the energy that is blocking your creativity, I would say that you see yourself as a phoenix who is not rising yet, like who is burning, and like you think you have this vision. I would say that it's like a limiting thinking that like you need to be on top of the world with all your problems fixed for you to start sharing your message. And this is wrong. This is limiting. This is your limitation. It's not true. The way I love to explain this, I heard it from somewhere, from someone, I can't remember who, but I heard this idea that, like, when you're on top already, when you achieved everything and worked through everything and shifted everything, you don't remember the exact steps that led you here, where you are right now. And like, what you say and what you share is like very generalized. And for you to tell the real story that will not only uplift people but also show them how you did this to make you relevant, to make them connect with you more, is when you're sharing your every step. And for that, you just need to be like 2 or 3 steps forward, like 2 or 3 steps in front of them. And so, like, what you share, you still are able to collapse time for them. You still are able, with your messaging, with your ideas, with what flows out of you, help people achieve what you achieved in a shorter time, in a shorter period of time. But getting back to our reading, I would say that the like, first and foremost, the energy that is blocking you is that you think that you're not ready. You think that your message is messy, and you think that you need to have it all together, have it all prepared, have it all systemized, because you want to be of maximum value and with minimum amount of water, and I mean, like, water, like all the relevant things, like the things that you think are relevant. But what you're forgetting is that what moves people, what inspires people, is your personality. And sometimes your personality is watery, and sometimes the way you show up is messy. But it's not just pure message that inspires people. It's you, your story, the way you are, the way you act, the way you lead yourself through the mess, and the way you show up, like sharing authentically and honestly whatever is coming up, and like, people need you. First and foremost, they need you, and connection with you, your humanness, and then your message. Because, like, the pure message, like all the plans of how to do and what, like, we can find them on the internet. We want connection with the real person, and it's you who are of most value in your work, in the work that you do. So the second thing that, like, the second energy that is blocking your creativity is your focus on who you want to conquer, not who you want to help, but what you want to conquer. And when you're focusing on what you're fighting against, it's stopping you, because, like, your energy becomes aggressive, and this aggressiveness is blocking your creativity. This anger is blocking your creativity. Change your focus from what you need to conquer and who you need to conquer to who you are here to help and what you can do for them. Because, like, for you right now, it's important to focus on the people who you want to help. But, like, there is this fine line between who you want to help and what you can help them with. And, like, when you are thinking about what you can help them with, it's very important to focus on the positive outcome instead of what you're fighting against. I think you know what I'm talking about. Because right now it seems like it's you're focusing on what you're fighting against, and it's very hard for you to shift your focus to the people and like to the positive outcomes. But like if you want to lead people to the positive outcomes and to the results that you want for them, focus on those results, not on what you're fighting against and what you're fighting with, because what you focus on grows, right? So grow success, not problems, not obstacles. So what else? What energies are blocking your creativity? I would say that you are taking things so serious. There is this manifestor energy in human design. Like either you're a manifestor or a manifesting generator, or maybe like you think that this is what you need to do, this is who you need to be, and this is the energy with which you are meant to connect, like in your work and in your art. But it's this energy of I'm going to tear it all down. And right now it's blocking your creativity because you're here to build, not to tear things down. And it's again, like it goes with connection with the previous message, like with the previous card. Don't focus on what you're fighting against and how you're meant to tear it all down. Focus on the people who you're meant to connect with, because like for you right now it's gonna be blocking your creativity if you're gonna focus on this aggressive energy, this warrior energy that is meant to break things down and like burn the bridges. This is not what you're doing. This is not what's inspiring you at the moment. The energy that is blocking your creativity is that you're focusing on this massive action instead of sitting down with people, with their shadows, with your own shadows, and softly, kindly navigating them, making friends with them, studying them, finding connection with them. This is what is going to inspire you. When you calm yourself down and from this peaceful energy, it's not like it's not the energy of a warrior. Transform this energy of a warrior. Transform this energy into this energy of I want to say Jesus, in a way that like he wasn't fighting with everybody. He was helping who he was meant to help. And it's this welcoming energy, open energy for the people to reach out to you and come to you. This is very important. So the next thing that we're going to look at is, what is your source of inspiration? What is your source of inspiration? I would say shadow work, going deep with people, going deep with yourself, going deep into yourself maybe. Because you can, you can take this inspiration with you. You can take this inspiration from you. You can dive deeper into yourself, into your own shadows, into your own fears, and you can empower yourself because you're not scared to go deep. You're not scared to, live through the emotions, to let them rise and learn to let them go, learn to make friends with your deepest fears, with your emotions. And this is where you take your inspiration. Don't forget about this. It's important for you to remember this because, since the whole message is about you focusing on other people, it's very important for your spirit team and for me to remind you that you need to not forget that you come first. Like, even if you put other people first, you are not even taking part in this, competition. You are number one for you at all times, and you're taking the inspiration from yourself, because I think what I feel in this reading is that the main thing that your mission, that your sense of mission, that your sense of art, like creativity, came from is you helping yourself first. You wanting to change your life first. You wanting to make things better, to make yourself feel better first. And this is where you still are taking your inspiration from. Don't forget about that. And if other people are not inspiring you at the moment, you know where to take this inspiration. Go within yourself. Ask yourself what you need. Ask yourself what interests you right now. Follow your own interest and move forward with that. Because then you will know for sure that your message helped at least one person to change their lives, and it's you. It means that it works. It means that your work works. Okay. And you know what? Here I want to look at the identifying card, the Three of Wands, because here it makes sense to me. You're not scared to go deep. And you're like, oh, there's this deep, wavy water, stormy waters, and give me my surfboard. We're gonna ride these waves, and we're gonna study what's hidden here, and we're excited about this trip. So we're moving forward. And like, you're so inspiring because of this. You're so inspiring for yourself and for other people because of this. And talking to people about your shadows is messy. It means that you will bring the mess into the conversation and make it normal. Normalize it for other people. It's okay to be messy. It's okay to feel messy. It's okay to feel not good enough sometimes. But then you work through this and you move forward, and like, you reach what you want to reach and you achieve what you want to achieve. And like, this is so inspiring. You're so inspiring. The next thing that we are gonna look at is how you can channel your creativity. How can you channel your inspiration, right? Like, what is your source of inspiration, and then how you can channel it. How you can channel your source of inspiration. There is this inner child work, but you know what I see and I hear it in this message is that, like, how you can channel your inspiration is by trusting yourself and how you want to express it in the moment. Maybe it's not the message for all of you who chose this group, but maybe it's the message for like some of you, or maybe even one of you. But I feel like you are not fully you haven't fully decided how you want to express yourself, how you want to express your creativity, like in which form. And maybe you're taking it like you're taking this task too serious to figure out the way before you start sharing what you want to share. And here is this message for you that you need to trust yourself, and you need to trust yourself in every moment. In one moment you feel inspired to share it like this, in one moment you want to share it like this. It doesn't have to all be for other people. First of all, learn to express your creativity for yourself, just for the sake of it. Not to show it to other people, not to make content out of it, not to make it a lesson for others. Learn to express your creativity for yourself. Because like a child, when a child feels playful, he, she, they play. They just play. And like right now for you, there is this message that you need to connect with your childlike creativity, where you just can't stop it. You just dance in the middle of the street, because you just can't stop it. And it's not for everyone to see. It's not because there is a powerful message in it. It's because you want to. It feels like you're taking your work too serious and you forgot how to do it for yourself. And this is how you channel your creativity. You first do it for yourself. And you first, stay with yourself and go into your tower. Not the tarot tower that is, breaking apart, but the tower in this, there's this, I forgot how it's called, the oracle deck, the goddess temple. And here the tower means a different thing. Here the tower means that like you are retreating, like a hermit. You're going there and you're locking all the doors and you're just hanging out with yourself, listening to yourself, finding the time to connect with yourself first and foremost, because you put yourself first. Because for you to share your message with other people, you need to fill your cup first, to then share your message from the filled cup. And yeah, it's very important for you to remember that the way you can channel your creativity is do it for yourself, hanging out with yourself, and then from a filled cup you share. When you feel like sharing, when you feel like your cup is so full that you can't not share, like it's natural. What comes out of you is natural. And like the way I see it would work for you, if you would fill your cup first and then you would just show up with your message, with your art daily, or maybe like not daily, not necessarily daily, maybe weekly, maybe like a few times a week, whatever works for you. And it's okay to test things out to learn what works for you. But like you just fill your cup and you make it your priority. You entertain yourself, you take care of yourself, you go deeper within yourself, you inspire yourself, you meet your shadows, and you just do it for yourself, and you express your creativity for yourself first, and then just once in a few days you show up with your art or with your message and just share, like, and you just trust that in that moment your flow will guide you where to take the conversation, like what to talk about, where to start this conversation and where to take it. And like you are not planning much, you just learn to trust that you have this container where you are meant to share your message and your mission, and like this container is showing you in your intuition what needs to be done there for it to grow. But like your main priority is you know. It's interesting that we started this reading with like you being focused on other people and how you can help them, and through this reading we are helping you return back to yourself, because this is where it all started. And you need to not forget that like the source of all of this is you, and you need to take care of you, and you need to take inspiration from you, and you need to do the things for you first and foremost, to enjoy them yourself, you know. This is what's important. Don't lose this North Star. Your North Star for all your work for all your work is you. And the last question for today is, what are the potential outcomes? What are the potential outcomes of you connecting back with yourself? The potential outcome is things get easy and your creativity becomes easy for you. And it's just like in this, what's the phrase, in the spur of the moment, in the something of the moment, you just share what meant to be shared, and you just trust your intuition more, and you trust your flow more. And what are the potential outcomes? The potential outcomes, you like the second thing I see here, well, I mean, like it's not two different things, but it's like it's a whole message, you know. The potential outcome of you doing the work of returning back to yourself and remembering that your inspiration for all that you do has always been you. The potential of that is like things come easy, you learn to trust yourself and your flow, and you learn to turn your mess into your message, and you learn to trust it. You learn to trust that what happened to you was meant to guide other people, and you just trust it and you just share it, and you help people to change their perspective, to see things differently, because this is what you're good at. You're good at seeing things differently, and you're good at, you know, when things don't work out, or they don't work out the way you want them to work out, you just, you know how to calm down and kinda like surrender. And from this relaxed, surrendered place, see like what the source is willing to show you, is trying to show you, and how it is trying to help you. And like this is what you can do for other people too. Like, the way I see it is that you are meant to help people turn their inner critic into their inner friend. And you're meant to help people with the power of your creativity, with the power of your art, with the power of your message, to teach people how to become friends with their thoughts and how to change their mindset in a way that it serves them. And like, of course, you can do it through your own example. And of course, you will, uh, you know, um, break a few, make a few towers explode along the way. But like, you will help them burn what needs to be burned, and rebuild what needs to be rebuilt. And like, I feel like this is all the work that you are meant to do and that you want to do with with your art and with your creativity. It's just it's just that, it's a very beautiful and a very juicy work to do. And like, the energy that you come from is so powerful and so amazing. You just need to get back to yourself, to your peaceful self. You can do it from your peaceful self, and this is how you want to do it. Not through fighting, not through, being aggressive, not through, going to a war, like with all those things that you fight against, but through peace. And to do it through peace, return back to your peace. It's okay, you're on your path, you're doing things right, you're helping people. Just your presence helps people. And like, you make things right when you trust your creativity and when you trust your flow, because your flow wants to make things right. And like, when you take care of yourself, your field changes people. Your flow, like what you feel called to share in every moment, and how your being, your presence, transforms people. You don't need to worry about that. Just return to your peaceful self. Just return to your inner peace, And this is the message for you today. Group number 2, thank you so much for choosing my podcast, for hanging out with me, for trusting me, and for helping me to help you, for allowing me to help you find a deeper connection with yourself. It's an honor for me, and like, I value you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And that's all I wanted to share. Don't forget to check out my other podcast called Joyous to Be. And if you like this podcast and if you like that podcast, I would appreciate if you listen on Apple Podcast, if you would leave a review, a rating and a review, positive review on my podcast. This would help me a lot, and I would be very grateful for your help. And that's all I wanted to say. Okay, I love you. Have a nice rest of your day, and we are moving to group number 3. Okay, group number 3, your identifier was balloons, air balloons. And this is the card Page of Swords. Page of Swords. So, I'm not gonna look at this card right now. I'm gonna look at the cards that I pulled for you for each question, and I will let you know when this card, this Page of Swords, resonates and adds additional flavor, additional meaning to your reading, and I will let you know what it is. But for now, let's look at the questions. The first question was, what creative energies are working through you? So what creative energies are working through you are, I would say, lightness. I want to say lightness. I want to say abundance, curiosity. I would say that you are testing something new. You're testing the waters. You're celebrating life. You are finding your, I would say your new passion, or maybe I don't know. I was going to say you're finding your passion, but then it was like, it's like you're in peace with the passions, maybe not in full peace, but like you're okay and like in more or less peace with the passions that you had before, and now you're looking for something new. And it's from this position of, I want to celebrate life, I want to enjoy everything that life can give me. And it's from this place of abundance, from I already have what I want, and I want to see what's next. I want to just relax. I want to just enjoy life, and I want to see how good life can get. And how can life just spoil me if I just trust, and if I just relax, and if I just let life spoil me, you know? And it's this creative energy of curiosity, of lightness, of curiosity again, I was going to say. Like, yeah, you're just curious. You want to see what life will lead you to. And, it's like, it feels like right now, like one of the cards that I pulled for this question is moon. And of course, there is full moon. And on the day when I recorded, it's full moon. And like it tells me something. It's like, I want to say that right now in your life, you have capacity to shine bright and to look at your life more clearly, because when there's full moon, it's lighter, there is more light that shows what's underneath your feet and what's in front of you. And this is where all this curiosity comes from. You have more capacity and more energy and more willingness to look at what's around you and look for inspiration from what's around you. Something like that. Okay, the next question was, what energies are blocking your creativity? Let's see, what energies are blocking your creativity? The energies that are blocking your creativity is that you're in a hurry. You're in a hurry to start something new. It feels like you're running away from something. You want to start something new because you want to prove something for someone, because sometimes it's painful for you. It feels painful for you too, to slow down and to look around, because you start worrying about everybody else having something that you want and you not having it. And this is when you slow down, all the achievements that you want, that you want to achieve, start seeming so big to you. And this is why you're in a hurry to find something, some new outcome, and you're not letting life show you. You're in so much resistance around this. Like, it's this energy of you are used to doing something, you're used to taking action, you're used to knowing exactly where you're going, and like what to do, and when to turn, in which way. And right now, even though this position is juicy and you're looking for something interesting and like you want to be relaxed, but there is this energy that sometimes shows up in you, especially when you're stressed, like this energy of, I'm in a hurry, I can't relax for more than a few minutes, like you're asking for too much, I can't relax, I want to run, I want to go, and it's like you are not relaxing enough for the universe to lead the way. And this is where I'm looking at this Page of Swords, and I'm seeing the message of, like, you need to become lighter for the universe to to take you and show you the right direction, put you on the right path, because you're in a hurry. You're in a hurry, and it's like, I want to enjoy life right now. I suffered through a lot. I've had enough, and now I want my relaxation, and now I want my enjoyment right now. And like, you're hurrying into it, and you're you're asking too much from yourself. Honestly, you're just asking too much from yourself. It's okay to take the time to unwind. It's okay to take the time to let yourself get familiar with how relaxation feels like, because you've been running for a long time and you've been chasing something and you've been in a hurry for a long time, and now you are willing to learn to create from a different energy and to live from a different energy. And yes, it's unfamiliar territory for you, and it's okay that it's stressful sometimes, but you know that you're not in a hurry anymore. It's okay. You don't have anything to prove to anyone. You need to just relax. And the energy that is blocking your creativity is you trying to push through and figure out with your mind what you're going to do next, what you want to do next, what you want to create next, Learn to enjoy this moment. I want to tell you a story, a short story here. I once was listening to an interview with one actress I was a fan of a few years ago. Her name is Sophia Bush, and I remember she back then she finished one of her projects, one of her shows, and someone asked her what's next for her, and she said, I don't know yet, but it's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful place that I'm in right now in my life, where I get to choose, where I get to see what's gonna be next for me. And she said that on the one hand, it's a little bit scary because I don't know what's next, and I just finished a project that took a long time, a few years, and now I'm in a totally new place in life, and I need to choose something. But on the other hand, it's a beautiful place to be in, where you just get to see what's coming and decide for yourself and maybe start something new. And I was listening to her back then, and I was like, wow, this is a new perspective, because usually I used to see only one way here, only one position, only one point of view, where if you don't know what to do next, it's scary, because you always need to have a plan. You always need to present this plan to someone. And I was judging by myself, because this is how I was living my life. I needed to at all times have a plan, and I needed to have a good plan. It should be thought through, and presented well to my parents, who were demanding something from me, and they demanded me to have a plan at all times. And then I was listening to Sophia's interview, and I was like, I never thought that not having a plan could be a beautiful place in life, could be a beautiful thing. And to look at your life where you still, where you don't have a plan yet, and be excited about it, and be happy about it, and look at it as a beautiful place, it's something interesting. And I liked that perspective back then. And I'm telling you the story right now because I feel like you forgot too that not knowing what to do next can be a beautiful place, can be about weighing different possibilities, trying them on and figuring out and gaining more clarity and manifesting more clarity, and playing with the ideas, with different ideas. So the next question is, what is your source of inspiration? What is your source of inspiration, really? Let's remember, what is your source of inspiration? Your source of inspiration is relaxation, is when you're relaxed and chill and you just enjoy life, and it feels like you forgot how to enjoy life. It feels like, it feels like you don't even know how to enjoy life when you slow down, and you're willing to learn that. And, life is on your side, and all is well. And if you stop being stressed, if you realize that you create your own reality with the power of your mind, and you choose this new truth for yourself, that when you rest, ideas come, and when you rest, this is when you're the luckiest, when you rest, when you allow yourself to rest and slow down, you allow the universe to step forward and to lead you. If you adopt this new mindset, you will learn faster how to relax and how to, become friends with your state of inner peace. Because this is when your intuition comes to play, because you're not being overwhelmed, you're not trying to figure shit out with your mind. When your mind is quiet, this is when your intuition comes to play. And you have a very powerful intuition, but you just need to allow yourself to relax. Today's reading for you is about relaxation, is about giving the universe space to lead you, getting off the driver's seat and hanging out at the passenger seat and just enjoying the ride and looking outside without control, without focusing on something. This is your source of inspiration. This is where you will find new ideas, because the way it used to work for you doesn't work for you anymore. You want to live a different life, I once recorded an episode for my Russian podcast where I was sharing that what was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, I was sharing that the energy, like the reality where all your dreams came true, is a different reality from the one where you're chasing something. And we're so used to chasing something and proving something and setting goals and achieving goals. And when we start manifesting our desires, when we start co-creating our reality with the help of the universe and our focus, we realize that we need to manifest it from the energy of already having it. And when you close your eyes and you imagine a reality where all your dreams already came true, it's a totally different reality where you need to learn how to live differently. Because when your dreams came true, you don't have to achieve anything anymore, and you don't have to chase anything anymore. And there is a totally different structure to your day. There is a totally different thing going on, and you're in a totally different vibe. You're relaxed and you're learning to enjoy your life and just enjoy every day of your life without chasing anything. And I don't know how to explain this to you. You just need to do this practice to actually realize what I'm talking about. Because we're used to chasing stuff, we're used to setting goals and then achieving them, and our everyday is full of these plans and things to do to come closer to our dreams. But when you close your eyes, sit down and then close your eyes and imagine that all your dreams came true already, what you're gonna do? You don't have anything to chase, you don't have anything to go for, you don't have to do, you don't have to take any action to achieve something. It's life where you're slowing down, you're enjoying everything that you're doing, and you're doing it for the sake of doing it, and you're looking for ways to to find joy in everything that you do, because you don't have anything to chase. You're not going through the motions anymore because there is no reason, because you have everything that you want. And you need to learn how to live there. This is the life where your nervous system is finally coming down, and where you're finding your inner peace. And a lot of people don't feel comfortable imagining it at first, because we're not used to living this way, But at the same time, getting back to your reading, At the same time, you don't want this chasing anymore. You chose a different experience for yourself, and it's okay to feel uncomfortable sometimes because you are changing your gear, um, you are learning to live differently. And at the same time, the source of your inspiration is exactly that, this new way of being. So, give yourself time and space to learn how to be the new way. The next question was, how can you channel your creativity? How can you channel your creativity? Oh, let's see. How you can channel your creativity is, you know what? I feel like right now you don't have to channel it like through to anything. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to channel it into anything. You just get to relax and see where life's gonna lead you, and just keep silent. Don't say anything, don't produce anything, don't create anything. Just use your creative energy, let it stir, let it be within you, and let it just fill your cup, and just wait and see what's gonna happen next. Like, you don't have to channel it. You don't have to do anything. You just don't have to do anything. And, it feels like the reason why you are here right now listening to this podcast is because you are pushing things through, and you're like, you found this podcast and you're listening to, like, you want somebody else to tell you, to show you the right direction for you to move, but the message is, don't move, relax. You don't have to channel it at all. Let it just be in you without finding the outlet, because this is your vibe right now. Just enjoy, just relax. Go on a vacation. Are you on vacation? Like, according to this reading, you should be on vacation. And if you're not, just find a way to relax, please. Implement joy and relaxation into your everyday life, and find things every day that you could do to help yourself relax. Maybe make a list of things that you always wanted to do when you're on vacation, or imagine that you're planning your retirement. Like, it's a huge chunk of life, and you will spend some time making a list of all the things that you would like to do when you retire. Like, it doesn't matter how old are you, honestly, but just imagine this life where, like, you don't have to work, you don't have to do anything, you have all things settled. What you gonna do with your life? And then start implementing that. Start taking these ideas and doing them, implementing them into your everyday life. And the next question, the last question today, is, what are the potential outcomes? So, like, I would say, what's gonna happen if you just take the time and relax and enjoy your life, and let the universe show you the way and show you the direction in which you're gonna move next? What's gonna happen after that? It's gonna be hard for you, and first it's gonna be like it will take some adjustment. This is what I will say, and then it will lead to a totally different level of abundance, level of relaxation, where you are going to give from a filled cup, and you're going to create, and it's going to be wonderful, and it's going to be juicy, and it's going to be just from this, like, just because I have all the energy and all the creativity, it just naturally flows out of me, and naturally the world around me needs it, and I can just relax and trust that everything is gonna be okay, and that, like, I will be taken care of, because I have nothing to worry about. You will be, your mind will be in peace, and you will find balance, and you will know how to when to take action and when to relax, and your mind is not going to push you into some actions just because you want to avoid whatever you are trying to avoid. It's like you were pushing so hard and you were living this way for so long that now it needs to be like this pendulum swing into a totally different direction where you just lay down, relax, and it may be uncomfortable for you, but it's okay, because in the very beginning it was very uncomfortable for you to work, to push, to act, and you were still pushing through, even though sometimes you needed more rest than other times. And now it's the same level of uncomfortability, of discomfort, the same level of discomfort, because you're learning to relax, but you need to feel what it means to relax and to live your life differently. Maybe connecting with the vision of the reality where all your dreams came true, and learning to live differently from this place of enjoying what you already have and taking it slow and enjoying everything that you do and doing it for the sake of doing it because it pleases you. You need to spend some time in this energy to fill your cup, to understand what you like and what you don't like in this. And you need to wait until you really want from your heart to take action because you feel inspired to do something, not because your mind tells you that you have to. And from that position, the potential outcome is going to be trust. Trust. You will trust your intuition, and you will feel when to take action and when to relax, and it's gonna be balance where I want to say your heart and your mind won't be in conflict anymore. Right now it's time for you to relax. So fucking lux. This is what I wanted to say. You guys, this is all I wanted to say. This is the reading for group number 3. And thank you so much for choosing my podcast and for spending time with me and for opening up your energy to me and helping me find deeper helping me to help you to find deeper connection with yourself. I appreciate you so much. And I also want to remind you that I have a second podcast called Joyous to Be, where I just share my insights and ideas that I read about or hear somewhere. And I would love to have you there as my listener too. And if you like my content, I would appreciate if you leave a rating and a review, a positive review, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, because I think it's the only place right now where you actually can review a podcast. But I would appreciate your feedback so much. And that's all. That's all. And have a lovely rest of your day. And I will talk to you next time. Bye.